Hi everyone, Abby Michelle here with Dr. Wolfe, and we are here to tell you all about coffee enemas and why you should do them, what they're good for, how to do them, and what you should do after a coffee enema.
You know, it's really amazing. A long time ago, you were only a health nut fanatic if you were going to put something up your butt and then actually make it coffee, right? Well, let me tell you something. The most powerful liver cleanse you'll ever do and the most inexpensive liver cleanse you're ever going to do will be a coffee enema. So when you're using like our daily cleansing tea for the colon and for the rest of the organs, and then you kick in a coffee enema, then you're going to put your health into hyperdrive.
Yes, definitely. They're so amazing. We see such amazing results with all of our clients who do them, and I know I've done them myself, and the results are absolutely incredible for not only detoxing your liver, but just restoring your entire immune system, boosting that peristalsis of your colon. And enemas are one of the oldest medical treatments known to man and have been used throughout history in all ancient civilizations in Egypt, Sumeria, Babylonia, India, Greece, Africa, China. And the purpose of coffee enemas is to support the liver in eliminating toxins and to cleanse the blood.
And understand something. You want to talk about an emotional release. Where do you think you hold your anger? Okay. Where do you think you hold a lot of negative emotions? Okay. It's in the organs, and the liver is known for hate. Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah. So understand something. Really embrace this. Okay. The only reason why you don't embrace something is because you have beliefs. Don't let those beliefs constipate your thinking.
Yes, definitely. And they aren't meant to be for eliminating the bowels. They are more targeted for the liver and the gallbladder, but they do help with getting rid of waste as well.
Well, yeah, they're going to help to get rid of waste. And the thing is that, you know, if you have a very sluggish bowel and it's backed up with a lot of waste, which most people are, I would suggest that you do the daily cleansing tea for a while and also take a look at our perfect day guide, okay, on Doc of Detox Library and start finding out what a healthy diet is. And when you really want to start loving that body of yours.
Definitely. And for anybody out there wondering if they're safe, coffee enemas are perfectly safe when taken as directed. They will, like I said, stimulate the liver and gallbladder to release stored toxins as well as enhance liver function. So some things that you'll need for doing a coffee enema, of course, you will need a enema bucket. So we do have these, and then we do have organic coffee, which we use S.A. Wilson coffee. That's the most important step when doing a coffee enema, is to use the right coffee. And then we will add black gold. This is our humic acid powder. Absolutely amazing to add 1 teaspoon of this to a coffee enema. And then adding a teaspoon of the Tummy Love. And then, of course, you do want to make your coffee enema with structured water.
And you're going to tell them how to do it, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, step by step here. And understand something. This, what you see on today, this is to get you started because we've had so many requests. Mm-hmm. But we are going to be shooting a more professional, laid out one in a few weeks from now. So you can watch for that. But this is, we wanted to get this out today because we've had so many people just even request it, because we have so many people that are fasting and on the perfect day and they're going, oh my gosh, I never thought I could take my life back. I want it all back. So if you want it all back, then you got to think about the butt.
Yeah, most important part.
The ifs, ands, and...
Yeah, that one's taped up, so I do have one right here. I'm just going to reach and grab this so I can open it up easier. We have enema buckets everywhere. All right, so it comes just like this. And it comes with one pad, which you can just lie a towel down on your bathroom floor. You can put a little pad like this on top to protect. And make sure you get a comfy pillow, get a book, listen to some meditation music, some really calming music, or even an audio book or the Braveheart
Never
courses.
Rush an enema.
Yeah. You really
that is called a meditative, peaceful, contemplating time of day.
Yes, really focusing on your breathing, super important.
Yeah, check out the Lionheart Breathing and the Braveheart Way Guide on Doc of Detox Library.
Yeah, and it also comes with this little packet of cast iron soap, which that's just like a one-time use. You can just get Dr. Bronner's cast iron soap for cleaning it afterwards. And you can also get hydrogen peroxide as well to help clean. And basically, it's very simple. You just attach the hose like so onto there. And then this is a cap just to put on afterwards. So this is how the hose will be when you are inserting it in
So
your bum.
that doesn't look really dangerous, right?
No,
You've had
very
bigger things
small.
come out, so smaller things are going in.
And you're going to dip this in some olive oil.
Yeah.
And it glides right in. So that's how the enema bucket works. And then you're going to use, depending on what your health level is at, but you can do 3 tablespoons of the S.A. Wilson coffee. It is very strong, the caffeine in it is very high. So you can always start with 1 tablespoon and work your way up to 3.
Yeah, gentle baby steps at the beginning. You know, nobody's in a rush to flush. Let's just go nice and steady, okay?
Yeah, because the goal is to hold it for 15 minutes. So if 3 tablespoons is so much and you can't hold that for even 2 minutes, then start slower so you can hold it for the amount of time that you need to.
And understand, longer is not better. 15 minutes is as long as you want to hold it, and then we can talk about how we stimulate the cecum to do a cecum pump in a few minutes, but 15 minutes is not better. Because if you hold it longer than 15 minutes, especially 20 minutes, you may start to reabsorb some of the toxins that you've been trying to get rid of, right? They're supposed to go in the toilet, not in your bloodstream.
Mm-hmm. And so when you're making that coffee, basically you're going to fill up, I usually will do about 24 ounces of water and then boil that. And you add the coffee to the boiling water and 1 teaspoon of the black gold. And you're going to let that boil for 5 minutes. And then once that is cooled, you'll let it cool down a little bit. And that's why I only do 24 ounces, because I'll add cold structured water to it to get it down to that right body temperature. So you want it to be warm, but you don't want it to be too hot. And then adding the tummy love after you strain that mixture out.
Yeah, you want to strain the coffee now. And then once you've strained it and you put it into your bucket, then you can add your tummy love. Yeah. Or strain it and then add your tummy love and then put it into the bucket.
Yeah,
okay?
And make sure when you pour your coffee into the bucket that you push this little clamp this way so that it's not open, so it doesn't come out the hose before you're ready. And then after you insert this in, you'll lie down, and then that's when you can push it back.
Unclip
to allow it.
Yeah. So,
Slow.
Good?
Yep.
All right. So when you go to do your coffee enema, it's always better to start on your left side in a fetal position. Make sure you have a pillow for your head so you're comfortable. All right. And then the bucket, you can raise the bucket up higher or lower depending on the pressure that you want the coffee to go in. So the lower you have it, the lower gravity pull on it. So then the easier and the slower it's going to go in. But somebody who has a drop colon, their transverse colons drop down, if you've got a pot belly, if your large intestine is falling down and out, which a lot of people are, you might have a little trouble getting it in there. So you might need a little bit more pressure. All right. So once you open up the valve, right, to the tube, you're going to open it up. And then if it's coming in a little fast, you can always squeeze it with your finger and let it trickle in. Okay, and then once you start to feel the pressure when you're on your left side, you'll feel pressure in the descending part of your colon. You'll say, okay, that's enough. Just stop and then do your Lionheart breathing, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. But when you take the 6 seconds in, just hold your breath and relax and feel it. And just allow it and relax and see if you can take more in. Then you can open up the valve again and allow more to come in while you're on your left side. Once you feel like it's, 3/4 full on that side, then gently close off the tube and then come over to your back. Now lie on your back, just relax, stay real calm with things because we're not in a rush. Don't be in a rush with this, okay? You ever notice when you're in a rush, things don't go well. So now open up the tube again and allow it to come in. And again, you can hold your fingers on the tube to allow it to come in slower if you want. Once you start to feel pressure, shut the tube off. Again, get back into your Lionheart breathing and just relax, okay? And then you're going to open it up again when you feel comfortable and allow it to fill again when you're on your back until it feels like, yeah, I feel like it's getting fairly full. Close it off. Gently come over to your right side. Because see, what happens is the coffee comes in, goes in around your sigmoid, comes up your descending, cross your transverse, and then we want it to come all the way around and then come down the ascending colon into the cecum. So we'll lie on our right side now. We'll open it up again, and now we're going to take the coffee and have the coffee come all the way around, and then till we can feel it start to come into the cecum, which is just above your right hip on the inside of the hip. You're going to feel it. And you can, if you wiggle a little bit down there, you might even hear some jiggle, jiggle. And that's what you want. You want to fill the cecum, if you can, with about maybe about halfway full of the coffee. Once you've got it there, if you feel pressure, just relax for another few minutes. Once it calms down, okay, you've already shut the tube down. So now you're going to open it again and then see if you can fill the cecum a little bit more. Now, once that happens, if you have a nice handheld, which we'll show next time, we have what's called a mini thumper, and it's just a vibrator, and you'll put that right where your cecum is on your right side, and you'll just let that vibrate for a while, okay, so that the coffee really gets in there. And if you feel pressure already, don't do it. But if you're hitting around the 12-minute mark, 13-minute mark, then you'll want to create some vibration there, and you'll create what we call the cecum pump. All right. When that starts to happen, you're going to start to build pressure, right? When the pressure starts to build, you know what's going to come next. What's going to come next?
You're going to want to get up and get to the toilet.
Okay. And then...
Yeah. Basically, you're going to take the hose out, and you can just bring the bucket with you, and you just want to just tuck it in if you can as quick as possible, or just hold the hose to the toilet and then eliminate everything out. Turn the music up louder if you want.
Yeah, and the reality is, guys, guess what? You'll get this down to a science, you know? You can't pay someone for what this is going to do for you.
Yeah.
It's the same thing if you go and you take a look at fasting for perfect health. In our Doc of Detox library, you'll find that guide. You know, fasting is one of the most powerful things you'll ever do, and we teach you how to do it. And we're going to teach you how to do coffee enemas, because guess what? The gold is this, okay? A foolish man has someone else as their practitioner. You need to become your own practitioner. You need to become your own doctor. And if you don't get that yet, you're going to get it, because 85% of the population has an autoimmune disease. And guess what? When you learn to take your power back, okay, and learn to put the coffee on the other end.
Yes, self-care is the only healthcare.
That's right. That's right.
And the goal is to get 32 ounces of the coffee in, holding it for 15 minutes. One thing that can help if you're impacted a little bit is doing just a water enema first.
Yeah, warm water. Warm water.
Yeah, and then do the coffee enema afterwards, and then you'll be able to hold that for longer. So that's a good tip for anybody who's more on the constipated side.
Yeah, and do the same routine that we did for the coffee as you do for the warm water. Let it soak for a while, right? Because trust me, things are a little crusty in there, especially if you're constipated. Yeah. You know, constipation doesn't mean you can't go. Constipation means that it doesn't all come out. You know the person that after they've gone to the washroom, they just want that little bit more to come out. Well, just think about it. Over maybe a few years, that could be a whole manure pile.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's what the daily cleansing tea is for. That's going to help speed up the process of the cleansing. And then after you're done the coffee enema, you can, or not can, you'll want to do this. You're going to want to replenish your nutrients by doing the fulvic acid, humic acid, and then also taking the ATP Plus elixir to get your energy back up. And
I'll tell you, there's nothing like this in the world. Good. Try one bottle of our ATP, and you see what it does to your mitochondria and all the cells of the human body, and see what it does for your energy. Nothing will give you energy like this. Yeah. Okay.
And then you can also take a look at doing the core moringa plant protein.
Yep.
Or the super mix. So those are really great.
And if you're diabetic, the smart mix.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Definitely. And then, of course, clean up your bathroom afterwards, put your bucket away, use the cast iron soap and hydrogen peroxide, or one or the other, and just run that through the hose in the sink or in your bathtub or shower, however you want to do that. And get ready to do it the next day.
And guess what? If you want to talk about getting clarity, if you want to talk about getting focus, if you want to talk about derailing chronic illness, there's a tip for the day. But we'll be bringing you a lot more, okay? Because remember something. It's all about you, okay? You've got a body that wants to be healed, but until you take action, it can't do it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, and let the coffee in, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Have a beautiful day.